Hello, dear students. Today we are going to take up V.S. Naipaul's 7 Rules of Writing, an article or essay prescribed for BA Part 1. V.S. Naipaul, that is Vidyadhar Suraj Prasad Naipaul, most commonly known as V.S. Naipaul, and informally Vidya Naipaul, was a Trinidad and Tobago born British writer of works of fiction and non fiction in English. He is known for his comic early novels set in Trinidad, his bleaker novels of alienation in the wider world, and his vigilant chronicles of life and travels. He wrote in prose that was widely admired, but his views sometimes aroused controversy. He published more than 30 books over 50 years. His notable works are A House for Mr. Biswas, In a Free State, A Bend in the River, The Enigma of Arrival, and The Area of Darkness. Naipaul won the Booker Prize in 1971 for his most famous novel, In a Free State. In 1989, he was awarded the Trinity Cross, Trinidad and Tobago's highest national honor. He received a knighthood in Britain in 1990, and he was awarded the most coveted prize of world fame, that is, Nobel Prize for Literature, in 2001. In the late 19th century, Naipaul's grandparents had emigrated from India to work in Trinidad's plantations as indentured servants. His breakthrough novel, A House for Mr. Biswas, was published in 1961. On the 50th anniversary of its publication, he dedicated it to Patricia Annie Hale, to whom he was married from 1955 until her death in 1996, and who had served as first reader, editor, and critic of his writings. V.S. Naipaul is an international figure. The present essay, 7 Rules of Writing. In this essay, Naipaul recommends some writing tips for the news report writers. To become a successful report writer, one should follow the rules as prescribed by V.S. Naipaul. These rules may be helpful for an aspiring writer too. The views expressed in this article are personal of V.S. Naipaul. In the beginning of the essay, Naipaul says that one should follow a certain formula to express himself as a writer. A writer should develop his own style and way of expression, but at beginning he should follow some rules. An aspiring journalist should make practice of writing a news report. He should keep in his mind pyramid structure for his article and divide it in 4 parts. That is, introduction, explanation, corroboration, and qualification. Introduction, explanation, corroboration, and qualification. Naipaul says that there are many ways to express something. Therefore, once a new writer becomes confident of his writing, he should experiment and break the rules if necessary. His sole aim should be to impress the readers. The reader is important, and he must be attached to the writing of a writer. It does not matter which rules have been followed while writing something. Naipaul here suggests 7 rules of writing. Number 1, do not write long sentences. A sentence, according to Naipaul, should not have more than 10 or 12 words. Small sentences are easy to understand and helpful to explain the meaning. Long sentences might confuse the normal readers. Second rule is each sentence should make a clear statement. It should add to the statement that went before. A good paragraph is a series of clear, linked statements. To describe a thought or incident, it is necessary to write it in an order. Sentences should be expressing the thoughts in successive order. Third, do not use big words or jargons. If your computer tells you that your average word is more than 5 letters long, there is something wrong. The use of small words compels you to think about what you are writing. Even difficult ideas can be broken down into small words. For clear expression, comprehension, and natural interpretation, most probably small words should be used. Fourth rule is never use words whose meaning you are not sure of. Naipaul says that you should never use those words which are not clear so far as meaning is concerned in your mind. Means if you are not sure of the meaning, you must not use those words. To follow this rule is indispensable for a writer, otherwise his statement may direct his thoughts in the wrong direction. If the meaning of a sentence is to make clear and effective, proper and suitable words are to be applied. Imaginary or probable words may interpret wrongly what you want to convey. Naipaul clearly states if you break this rule, you should look for other work. Dear students, use those words which perfectly and clearly express your thoughts, your intention, what you want to intend, what you want to convey, that must be conveyed to the readers using proper and appropriate words, simple words. That's the advice of Naipaul. Rule number 5, that is, avoid the use of adjectives. The beginner should avoid using adjectives except those of color, size, and number. Use as few adverbs as possible. Because adjectives are difficult to understand. That's why beginners should avoid using adjectives. Rule number 6, avoid the abstract, always go for the concrete. Abstract means something that is formless. And something that is formless is always difficult to understand. That is why use the concrete. Use which have a form. Concrete means which are simple to see, to understand. Means to say, always use the writing material based on real facts. Yes. Use those things which the students observe or witness in their real life so that they can understand easily, rather than giving them abstracts or giving them theories, because it's not possible for a beginner to visualize the things. Rather, if you use the practical examples of the day-to-day life, the students will clearly and easily understand. Never use imaginary data or material or facts based on probability. For the reliability and reputation of writing, to follow this rule is necessary. Always write only what is real and true. Last but not the least, That is number 7. Every day, for 6 months at least, practice writing in this way. Use small words and short, clear, concrete sentences. It may be awkward, but it's training for you the use of language. It may even be getting rid of the bad language habits you picked up at the university. You may go beyond these rules after you have thoroughly understood and mastered them. Very practically and beautifully, dear students, V.S. Naipaul has suggested 7 rules of writing for the beginners, for the news report writers, and the essay writers or the authors. We should use these 7 simple rules if you want to become a writer, a perfect and a good writer. After mastering all these things, you can flout these rules, you can break these rules, you can transgress these rules, and you can use your own rules of writing. That's what he wants to say. That's all for today, and have a nice day. Dear students, we have to now write the critical appreciation of this essay, 7 rules of writing. This question is very, very important. This chapter is very, very important from the point of view of your final examination. What does Naipaul tell about writing to his students who are beginners? Of course, and one is, what are the 7 rules of writing as mentioned in this essay? 7 rules of writing. So 7 rules must be on your tips. Let's recapitalize all these 7 rules. First one is, don't write long sentences. Second is, each sentence should make a clear statement. Third is, do not use big words. Fourth is, never use words whose meaning you are not sure of. Number 5, the beginners should avoid using adjectives and try to use few adverbs. Number 6, avoid the abstract and always use the concrete. And number 7, every day for 6 months at least, practice writing using these rules. By following all these 7 rules, you will be an effective and impressive writer. You will be appreciated across the world. Means you will be easily understandable by the readers. That's all for today, and have a nice day. Thank you. God bless you.